My name is Lindsay, and I am currently a sales manager at a Honda dealership in upstate New York. I'm approaching 8 years in the automotive industry. My experience is vast. I spent time in our service, sales, and collision department. I never thought in my wildest dreams that I would go into the car business. I, at one time, found this thought very intimidating. I knew nothing about cars. Most people who meet me assume I was born in the car business. However, it's quite the opposite. I started my career in the service department, answering phones and scheduling appointments. After a year under my belt, I was persuaded to try my luck at selling cars. I came from the hospitality industry. I had no experience and didn't know anything about cars, other than when your light comes on, you call me. As far as luck, it was quite the opposite. I spent hours outside of the dealership studying our product and doing my best to become an expert on the technology and equipment our vehicles had. I quickly learned that I was not about the facts and the gas mileage specs I could rattle off at the snap of my fingers. I mean, don't get me wrong, those things were very important, but it wasn't about that. It was about the way I was making people feel that led me to be successful. I also found it the most rewarding. I worked hard for 5 years selling vehicles, and I prided myself not on the number of vehicles I was selling, but the difference I was making in my customers' lives. Buying a car is typically one of the largest purchases that someone makes in their entire lifetime, and has so many stigmas attached to it for being stressful and somewhat unpleasant. I can't tell you how many times I've heard going into a car dealership being compared to go to the dentist. Apparently not everyone's like me. I quite enjoy the dentist. I was afforded the opportunity to attend the NADA Academy in the spring of 2017. I took the foundation I learned there and spent time in each department after graduation in order to understand how cohesively each department works together. I was able to further my understanding of the processes and procedures we had in place. I worked closely with each department head and developed standard operating manuals for various jobs we had at our store. As I continue to advance at Mohawk Honda, I will always lead with the mentality that I walked in those shoes. Being able to wear as many hats as I have, I feel is what makes me as passionate as I am about the automotive space. Overall, I can say I've enjoyed working in the sales department the most. Being a sales manager at our Honda dealership has been one of the most rewarding and one of my absolute favorite positions I've held. It's allowed me to continue to grow professionally as well as personally, as well as to continue to develop our people. There are so many opportunities for women in automotive. The first step to becoming successful is taking that leap.